If you're a golf coach, your phone is probably jam-packed with swing videos, right? Hundreds, maybe even thousands of them. But what if I told you that every single one of those videos is missing the most important part of the story? Seriously. Today, we're going to talk about the massive leap from 2D to 3D swing analysis. And trust me, it's a shift that's completely changing how we teach this game. So, let's dive in.
All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll nail down the goal, what precision analysis really is. Then we'll put the methods, 2D and 3D, head-to-head. Next is the application, where we unlock some amazing insights. We'll also check out the tools and modern tech making this all possible. And we'll wrap up with why 3D is, without a doubt, the new gold standard.
You know, as instructors, we all want the same thing: to give our students the most precise, most effective feedback we possibly can. But to do that, we have to be honest with ourselves about the limitations of our old tools. It's really time to look past what we can see on a flat screen and start aiming for a much, much deeper level of understanding.
So let me just ask you this, and really think about it for a second. When you watch that swing back on your phone, what are your eyes actually missing? What are all those crucial movements happening in three-dimensional space that your camera just can't see? Well, that is the exact problem that 3D analysis was built to solve.
And look, let's be totally clear. 2D video isn't useless. Come on, it's been a coaching staple for decades for a very good reason. But relying on it exclusively, that's kind of like trying to understand a complex sculpture but only looking at its shadow on the wall. Yeah, you get the basic outline, but you completely miss the depth, the form, the reality of what's actually happening.
Okay, so we've established the problem with only looking at the shot-out. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty and really compare these methods side by side. And you'll want to pay close attention here, because this is the kind of info you'll need to know inside and out for your certification.
The difference is, well, it's striking. 2D video gives you those flat views, what you see from the front or what you see from the side. But 3D captures everything. It sees movement forward and backward, that's the sagittal plane. It sees side to side, which is the frontal plane. And most importantly, it captures rotation, the transverse plane. It gives you the complete holistic picture of the body in motion.
And we are not talking about minor details here. No way. We're talking about things like pelvic rotation, torso rotation, the X-factor stretch, the precise timing of the kinetic chain. I mean, this is literally the engine of the golf swing. These are the metrics that separate good swings from truly great ones, and they are completely invisible to a 2D camera. You simply cannot measure them accurately without 3D, period.
So 3D captures more data. Big deal, right? What does that actually mean for your coaching when you're out there on the range? Well, this is where it gets really exciting. Let's look at how this data translates into real-world insights that can absolutely transform a student's game.
And this isn't just some abstract theory, there is hard science to back this all up. A biomechanics study that looked at single-leg squats found something fascinating. It found that while 2D video was decent at measuring forward and back movement, it was significantly inaccurate when measuring that side-to-side movement in the frontal plane.
And that scientific finding, that's not just some detail for a research paper. For the golf swing, this powerful rotational movement with huge lateral shifts, that inaccuracy has massive implications. Not just for performance, but critically for injury risk.
Let's take a specific, crucial example: side bend. We're talking about the lateral or sideways tilt of the torso during the swing. It's a huge component for creating power and maintaining posture, and it's a key factor in preventing back injuries. And, just like that study showed, it's exactly the kind of side-to-side movement that 2D analysis consistently gets wrong.
Think about a player like Will Zalatoris. He generates incredible power, and a big part of that comes from a huge amount of right side bend. But that same move, when it's excessive, has been linked to serious back injuries. With just a 2D camera, you might miss the true severity of that bend, leaving you totally unable to warn your student about a potentially harmful swing pattern.
This right here, this is the real breakthrough. 3D analysis lets you move from just seeing what is happening to truly understanding why. You're no longer just saying, "You're coming over the top." Now, you can actually show your student precisely why. That their hips are firing a fraction of a second too late, for example. It is the difference between description and actual diagnosis.
Now this might all sound like something that's reserved for a multi-million-dollar university biomechanics lab. But that's where this story gets even better. Let's look at the modern tools that are bringing this elite-level analysis to every single coach.
The real game changer has been the development of these incredibly powerful AI-driven mobile apps. A system like the Sportsbox AI 3D app, for instance, effectively puts a full 3D motion capture studio right in your pocket. It's amazing.
And the process couldn't be simpler. You just film the swing with your phone, exactly like you always have. Then the app's AI instantly builds a 3D model. And seconds later, boom, you have detailed, actionable data to share with your student right there on the tee. No waiting, no guesswork.
To make it even easier, you can pair this with tools like an AI golf chatbot. This can give your student instant, automated feedback and even compare their swing to a pro's model, giving you these immediate reference points without needing any complex lab equipment.
So, what does this all mean for you as a coach? Well, it means we've arrived at a new gold standard. 3D analysis is no longer a luxury. It's an absolutely essential part of modern, effective instruction.
And I really can't stress this enough. This isn't just some minor upgrade. The move from 2D to 3D is a true paradigm shift. It fundamentally changes our ability to see, to measure, and to understand the golf swing. It's as big of a leap as going from old persimmon woods to today's titanium drivers.
And this isn't just for tour pros. Think about your junior golfers, helping them build safe, repeatable mechanics from day one. Or your senior players, who can use this to maximize efficiency and, critically, avoid injury. And of course, for your competitive players, this is how you find those tiny hidden advantages that win tournaments.
Ultimately, investing in this technology isn't just about getting a new gadget. It's about something much deeper. It's about, and I think this quote says it perfectly, transforming how we understand and teach the golf swing.
So as you prepare for your certification and think about your career, I'll leave you with this one thought. Your students come to you with big goals, to break 90, to make the high school team, to just play this game pain-free. The question you have to ask yourself is, are your tools as serious as their ambitions?